Fantastic Voyage. Created at Sirius, or Sirius, however you pronounce it, but released by 20th Century Fox, 1982. When programmer David Lubar spotted this 1966 movie title on Fox's list of proposed games, he seized upon it, having grown up reading Isaac Asimov's stories. He wrote the 2600 version for Sirius, which handed it over to Fox for distribution. Tom McWilliams converted it for Atari's 8-bits. While that latter cartridge was released by Sirius itself, Fox's name was included on both packages as it owned the title. It's easy to hastily assume that this is just another generic, vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up. Even some magazine writers made that mistake in the 80s. If you take time to read the manual, you'll find some significant original elements that appreciably elevate the fun above wallpaper game tedium. Fantastic Voyage feels good to play and boasts pristine graphical accuracy. The console and computer versions are practically indistinguishable from one another, revealing adept coding skills on the part of McWilliams. The story takes place inside somebody. Your spaceship-shaped submarine has been injected into the bloodstream of a sick person. Talk about doctor's appointments that you want to put off. And the goal is to wipe out a blood clot. Some of the nasty things along the way must be shot before they scroll out of view. Other less nasty things have to be left alone. The purpose in each case is to keep the heart rate of your justifiably nervous host from rising dangerously. Don't bring along any girly magazines or he's finished. When the heart monitor emits a solid tone, well, it's the one flat line that isn't welcome in a 2600 game. Your sub has the time-honored abilities to fire straight ahead and move from side to side, but it also changes speed along with its forward and backward movements. As only 2 velocities are permitted in most any other forced scrolling game, a bit too fast, and you've returned to the title screen. This extra facility makes Fantastic Voyage more akin to Spy Hunter than something like River Raid. The game begins on level 0, which is strange and a bit aggravating, but the increase in difficulty is well paced from patient to patient. The instructions refer to the first obstacles as defense cells. Whoa, Mr. Scientific terminology. Let's not get too specific. I'm a layman here. They look more like lawn darts anyway, so that's how I refer to them. Each of the darts will budge threateningly as you approach, finally springing from the left-hand artery wall and spearing the opposite. You can shoot it for points before or after it launches, but the heart rate isn't affected whether it survives or not. The key-shaped things are enzymes. Blast them to unlock health. Okay, that was corny. Taking them out helps the patient considerably, but he's not harmed if they get past you. Think of them as valuable timer-slowing targets. I'm sure you've noted the soap bubbles. This guy clearly has to start applying his deep cleansers more gently. As with everything but the randomly appearing enzyme keys, it's usually not solitary. The obstacles scroll by in lengthy groups. To prevent the heartbeat from speeding up, navigate around the bubbles, which are actually white blood cells, rather than shooting them. The opening level's penultimate phase then begins. The artery narrows, and you merely have to steer your way through until you reach the blood clotlets, with nothing in your way except for the odd enzyme. Colliding with anything, whether it's best left intact or not, causes extreme heart acceleration. The artery walls are exceptions. Touching either one releases an antibody, a dot that emerges from the north amid the standard entities and bounces back and forth across your path. It's not easy to shoot, but letting it by will quicken the heart rate. All of these harms can be offset by eliminating most of the enzymes that show up. Nailing them all is obviously optimal. The indestructible clotlets precede the main target. You can attack them for a single point per shot. but your survival requires some dexterous weaving. Thankfully, you can run into the walls during this final phase without triggering antibodies. The largest impediment is the blood clot itself. You literally can't miss it, as long as you hold down the fire button. Reduce your speed to ensure that you don't end the game by crashing into the clot. Then exploit your rapid firepower to shoot it 15 times. When it explodes, the artery will noisily widen again. This is all extremely cool to watch. Beginning with the second patient, or perhaps the next artery over in one exceedingly ill person, the white blood cells are followed by Cheerios with hats. These boost the heart rate, unless you destroy them. You can call them bacteria if you like. The manual writer did. Each requires 3 shots. It will visibly diminish, and if you ultimately let it scroll away, cause proportionately less harm. The aforementioned cells also take damage before they vanish, conversely hurting the patient more with every size reduction. I keep saying patient, but this abnormal procedure might not be quite so official. Have you ever seen a submarine miniaturizer in a hospital? Nor have I. This may be a back alley voyage. I could probably save the person some cash by simply doing all this with a coat hanger. My favorite phase begins after the level 2 bacteria. Everything but the clotlets, and the clot itself, of course, appears in a random mixture. You're now being impelled to consider your shots on a thing-by-thing basis. And that's just it. The need to dispose of certain obstacles while allowing others to pass is what truly makes Fantastic Voyage stand out. The player's attention is firmly held, and his alertness consistently required for uncommon reasons. The graphics are sublimely abstract and often vector-like. Even within each level's predetermined sequence, randomness dictates the enzyme appearances, organism positions, and artery swerves. The two versions are commendably similar. If you've become good at one, you're automatically good at the other. As you know, this isn't always the case with cross-platform games. Also, it's fun to play a character with very rare skills. One seldom hears about a marksman who's also a doctor who can deftly maneuver submarines. It makes one wonder how he finds the time to play video games. Next game, Fast Eddie.